Hi, this is Kerry Artak with Wicked Stocks, bringing you your daily NVIDIA report for Thursday, October 24th, 2024. Let's take a look at the charts. Where to begin here? Bear with me. Sorry about that. I don't mean to drag you through. I am going to go with this. We've obviously fallen away. And we've got 143.71 that I'm using as our upward pivot point into next week, or into tomorrow anyway. But until then, we do have, and I don't have the chart here. That's what I was looking for at the opening, the delay. There is this channel bottom off of this low and this low. And if you cast a channel top across these highs, you know that it was earlier this week, Monday of this week, that we closed above it, signaling the 150.97 formation within 3 to 5 days. And on Tuesday, there was hesitation. On Wednesday, we fell away. And so I'm calling that a failure to follow through on a secondary buy signal. Heaviness can continue to play out below 143.71. And I do think that between now and, say, the end of next week, we can unravel all the way back to 128.82. That is kind of the big picture. And so it really is, if given the opportunity, to sell 143.71 in anticipation over the next, by the end of next week, with present volatility over the next 1 to 2 weeks anyway, the 128.82 rising channel bottom, which can contain selling on at least a weekly basis. We could round up from here into later November, but I'll just say right now that if we did over the next couple of weeks close below 128.82, then we have a good high, a good November high really. Through November, we should then anticipate, or should then see the 108.96 to 111.85 longer term support region, where we could bottom out through the rest of the year. Working our way down, there are some points I want to show you. And this is kind of it right here. Now, this 138.61. So by the way, let me go back to this. This is your upside. You've got 140.76, the June high, an obvious intraday resistance. We can top out there intraday, and from there fall to this 138.61 rising channel bottom that is based on the series of highs over the last week. It's not a significant structure, but I do think it's strong enough to contain intraday selling. And all that means is from here, from 138.61, we can rally up to a climb up to 140.76. These also have pivot point qualities. So as I've already said, if you push through 140.76, you should anticipate 143.71 today. And if you break 138.61, you should anticipate 134.49 today. This nearly 2-week channel bottom, well suited to contain daily selling pressures. I don't know about a 3 to 5 day swing trade, but stranger things have happened. I mean, in other words, if we test 134.49 and you're beyond the day trade in terms of your horizon, but you kind of trade several days out, 3 to 5 days out, 134.49 is a legitimate area to buy and go long at. In anticipation of upward rotation, I guess what I would say is back to 143.71. I don't see us bottoming out here, say, through next week and into the following. But once again, stranger things have happened. I will go back to the fact that we have fallen away the last day or two, and I think that will keep 128.82 in reach as a 1 to 2 week target. And certainly if we were to settle today below 134.49, we should see 128.82 tomorrow, where we can, once again, bottom out into later November, and from there round up perhaps to new highs. But if we were to close below 128.82 and you got long there, my suggestion is to exit entirely. If your time frame is 2 to 3 weeks out, you could even consider reversing and playing the short side, perhaps reaching for 110 strike out of the money puts that don't expire, for at least a month or two. But only if we close below 128.82. Upside today, pretty simple. If we push through 143.71, 146.44 is likely today. And if we close then above 143.71, we should see 150.97 within several days. 150.97 is the beginning of a range of resistance. On the weekly chart, it comes in at 153.84 that can contain buying through November activity. And from there, we can fall away through November activity. Remember what I was telling you before is I like the setup of closing above 140.76 and merely anticipating the 150.97 channel top as a 3 to 5 day target, because these are a pretty significant trap scenarios where you close above an all-time high that was put out several months earlier, only to fall back below that high. That is why, in part, I do see this 128.82 formation as in reach over the next couple of weeks, over the next week or two, because of that development. But if we do, final thing I will say, close today above 143.71, we reverse again up into the 150.97 region within 3 to 5 days or less. 150.97 up to 153.84, able to contain buying through November activity, and from there we can fall away. And last thing I will say, and it's not going to happen today, and I don't think it's going to happen tomorrow, last day of the week, that is to say that if we were to settle the week above 153.84, we have a 1 to 2 week buy signal to the more significant 165.94, where we could top out, now possibly through the first quarter of next year. Anything else to say? One more thing I want to say is Take-Two Interactive, the stock. We put out a stock pick recommendation on that on Wednesday. You can see it for free by going to wickedstocks.com. It's right at the precipice of a significant long-term buy signal. Hasn't occurred yet, but we give you the precise conditions in which that would occur. You can see it all for free at wickedstocks.com. You can also see our daily SPY and Triple Q analysis, weekly Apple stock, etc., for 5 consecutive days. Check us out at wickedstocks.com. I will be back tomorrow with Friday's NVIDIA report. You have a great evening.